Iceberg supports a fully digital account opening process for the end client onboarding. The process of new client inception is done through the prospective client sub-tab, which is a part of larger CRM module. A relationship manager clicks Add Customer button to create a new prospective client on the system. Iceberg supports two customer types, individual and corporate. Once a new client is incepted, the relationship manager is redirected to the main CRM screen containing an interactive onboarding form. Relationship manager starts by entering the applicant's personal details. There are two ways to complete the form and submit the documents: by relationship manager or by a prospective client himself. Once an applicant's name and email address are entered, relationship manager can send an email invite to prospective client. The applicant receives an email, creates credentials to access the B2B white label portal, and is prompted to go through identity verification via mobile application and can proceed with onboarding from his side. In this example, we assume that the relationship manager leads the onboarding on behalf of the applicant and completes it during the face-to-face meeting with the client. She starts from the personal details by completing the relevant fields and submitting the supporting documents: prospective client details, citizenship, address, and contact details. When uploaded through the drag and drop functionality, the submitted documents are automatically saved in a predefined set of folders. All the documents are saved on an embedded shared drive under Documents module. The next section is tax information. The relationship manager enters the prospect's tax jurisdiction and tax identification number and submits supporting documents. Under the nominated account section, the relationship manager enters the applicant's bank details, from which the account funding will be made. A confirmation document such as a bank statement is uploaded here. Several nominated bank accounts can be added. In the financial information section, relationship manager enters figures about the applicant's assets, liabilities, income, and expenditures. Relationship manager goes through the onboarding form and completes it section by section. The interactive navigation menu is on the right-hand side. The next is source of wealth, whereby the relationship manager submits information about the applicant's source of wealth. Multiple sources of wealth can be added alongside the relevant confirmation documents. The services section records the respective services type requested by the prospect. The knowledge and experience section gathers information about the familiarity of the prospect with financial instruments across different asset classes. The risk profile section collects information about the applicant's investment objectives and prompts him to answer a risk questionnaire to assess his risk ability and tolerance for the purposes of discretionary or advisory portfolio management services. The client categorization sections allows us to evaluate whether the end client is eligible to become an elective professional client, wishes to opt in or not. The client summary section is completed by relationship manager and cannot be accessed by the end client. The relationship manager completes the information about this particular client case to support the account opening application. There is an inbuilt messaging functionality for the relationship manager and client and relationship manager Iceberg compliance communication. Any additional questions can be discussed in an encrypted and secure environment. After completing the information and submitting the documents, the relationship manager or the end client clicks Send to Compliance button. The next step is for Iceberg Compliance to review the application. Any missing gaps in the information about the end client or required supporting documentation are managed through an agile and interactive process. Once an end client account opening is approved by Iceberg Compliance, the next step is to sign legal documentation. Populated account opening forms and agreements containing full legal wording can be generated and signed electronically by relevant parties.